Hey, what's up, people? Marco here. And for starters, you got to bear with me because my good friend Don has been experimenting with a whole lot of camera angles and shit, and we've been tripping with the videos and stuff. So today we are going to be talking about Eliquids. So I'm going to start off by saying something negative for a change, okay? When Eve first came out, I wasn't really a big fan of their flavors. In fact, I wasn't really impressed. But when the new line came out, these babies we got over here, there's a whole bunch of them. It's 8 flavors in the new line, consisting mainly of tobacco blends, which I was wondering why they didn't release initially. But like what most people say, the good things are always worth the wait, and I have to say that that is in fact true for this particular batch that they put out. So Abby and I were in touch in the interim between the first batch and the second one, and she mentioned that the tobacco flavors were coming out, so I was pretty stoked. Honestly, everyone who's been following the videos knows that I'm a big fan of the tobacco flavors, but I want them with a bit of a twist, and Eve definitely didn't disappoint when it came to this batch of tobacco blends that they put out. So we're going to be doing a few of them today, just the 4 that I like the most. So it's 3 of the tobacco ones, and one called Scrappy Cocoa. Nice reference to the You Don't Mess with the Zohan movie. It is what it is. Basically, it's a chocolate-based juice. So we're gonna, what I started off with was roasted RY4. So let's pop the top cap on and get things started. All right. Strong stuff, very strong stuff. All right. So when I got these bottles, I was pretty puzzled as to why they wanted me to do a talk through on it, because they actually come with a lovely, lovely worded description on the back of the bottle. So the bottle describes roasted RY4 as this mature version of the RY4 combines the flavor of robust tobacco and a sophisticated fusion of caramel, vanilla, and caramelized sugar. Well, yeah, I have to agree. The caramel notes are very prominent, but I also get a bit of a nutty taste from it. I guess it's because of the way that the vanilla and the caramel all mix together, plus that really, really nice sweet caramelized sugar kick. It lends it that slight nutty feel. It's not like, yeah, it's not like having a real peanut or anything like that, but you get that tingle. You know when you're eating some kind of nut and you can sort of you can tell that there's a goddamn nut in that thing, but you can't really put your finger on what exactly is generating that taste. That's what you're getting from it. So the tobacco hit is really, really alive. It's very prominent and shit. But it has a nice twist to it, and that's what I like about the tobacco blends that they put out this time. Each one of them has a unique spin on it. So we're going to move on to the second one, which is Red Stratus Frost. Okay, the bottle describes it as spicy. And this is very similar to the Gold Stratus blend that they put out, which is my favorite, and came in 100 ml. Thank you, Abby. But we'll talk about that later on. Alright, so yeah, let's vape this bad boy. All right. The tobacco that this uses is more of like a DK tab sort of taste for me. So it's got that natural sort of sweetness to it, without really drowning out the tobacco taste. I'm not one. I'm kind of curious as to why they called it Red Stratus. It doesn't taste like, they didn't make any false attempt to taste like, filter cigarettes. But I like the spiciness of the tobacco kick going in. It has that slight coolness, but it's not all that prominent. So it's nice for cloud chasing, and it's nice for for a steady all day vape. You vape it at regular wattages and things like that. And you're probably going to get a really good vape out of it because of the way that the tobacco and the spices sort of mix in your mouth that way. So we're going to move on to Scrappy Cocoa. I'm going to put this in, this one right here. So the bottle says, a wicked combination of rich powdered chocolate and a thick decadent vanilla milkshake. Yeah, I was a huge fan of Halo back in the day when it cost an arm and a leg, but this is just basing from the smell, very, very prominent chocolate scent. Huge fan of chocolate, but it gives you a bit of a gut. So, you know, I figured, what the hell, why not vape it, right? So. All right. The notes are very, very solid when it comes to the chocolatey taste of it. And the vanilla isn't all that there, but the chocolate really compensates for it. It's almost like a dark, bittersweet chocolate. It's not the overpowering, nauseating milk cream chocolate crap like that. You know, the gunky buildup isn't all that bad either. I dripped this quite a bit earlier in the day, and I haven't really gotten that much gunk into it. So there you go. It does taste legitimately like milkshake, so I'm really sold on the whole idea. I don't want to have to keep, the diabetes thing sort of scares me off. But I like how the sweetness is very, it's very rotund. It's not the kind of sweetness that would leave you, puking. So it's pretty solid stuff. Now we're gonna move on to my favorite. All right, so I'm gonna have to use this dropper because I can't find my clean one. Let's wipe this shit off. So we're going to move on to Gold Stratus Frost. This is about as raw tobacco as the Eve line could offer right now. And I have to say, I am definitely not disappointed. This is in 9 mg. The others that I vaped were in 6, but they use some pretty strong stuff. I'm not a fan of the bottle, though, because I'm losing a lot of the liquid to the cap. It ends up leaking on me. But it is a very inventive take on the 100 ml bottle, so who am I to complain? It's pretty sweet stuff. So we are going to move on to that. We're going to put it on a Cloud Chase Addy, and I want to get the most flavor possible out of it, so I'm going to put it on a dual coil setup. So yeah, this stuff is definitely the shit. Yeah, there you go. All right. Come on, don't fuck with me right now. Goddamn top cap all the way down. There you go. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, well, I didn't need to vape it just to tell you guys what it tastes like, because I've been tanking this shit up. But basically, this is their raw tobacco blend. This is sort of like DK Tab on steroids, because it has that rich, flavorful explosion, and it has a nice round sweetness to it, while still retaining that faithfulness to the whole tobacco theme of that line. So if you're looking for a good fix without veering towards the leafy or earthy tones, Gold Stratus Frost is definitely the way to go, because the way that it's mixed is that it lends a lot to the sweetness without sacrificing the quality of the tobacco. So that is Eve for you, my 4 personal favorites from the entire lineup, including the first 5, which were okay, but just not my cup of tea. So we got Roasted RY4, Red Stratus Frost, Gold Stratus, and Scrappy Cocoa. They have others. There are 4, and I'm going to do this on a separate video. The others are Tropic Twister, Matcha Green Tea, Fresh Strawberries, and Peach. So this lineup was pretty much thematic in a way. So they had some tobacco lines, they had a milkshake line, then they have these obscure iced tea blends, things like that. So they come in 10 ml bottles at 250 pesos a pop, or I believe they knocked it down 200. I'm going to verify that and put the update in the video description. But the bottles are pretty swanky. I'm not sure if this is glass. I haven't tried throwing one against the wall and seeing if they break, but they don't feel like glass. It comes with these nice little medicine droppers, and usually I encounter difficulty with this one because it forces me to either use a syringe or one of the droppers. So I'm gonna have to dig my other dropper up later on. But that's pretty much what's in my tank right now. So Yeah, there you go. That is Eve for you. I'd like to give a huge, massive shout out to my good friend Abby Matsumoto for sending these over. Amazing stuff. Thank you. You were definitely not bullshitting me when you said that the tobacco would be worth the wait. And thank you especially for the Biggie bottle. Yeah. Now I will stop talking, dig up my syringe, because my tank is running on empty. Yeah, so I'm going to catch you all soon, fellas. Y'all vape hard. All right, cheers.